Greetings and blessings. Greetings and blessings. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Well, this is the second episode of the Active Thought Podcast. So, I just was reviewing a lot of things that people were saying, and I'm taking that constructive criticism for real. And I like it. And there's a few things that I need to tweak up a little bit. As far as the mic goes, I have to get a new mic. I gotta get a nice mic, so I don't hear that little fizz, whatever noise that y'all hearing. As well as I want to thank everybody that viewed the podcast. I want to thank everybody that liked it. I want to thank everybody that commented. I want to thank everybody that subscribed to the podcast. I appreciate you. Number one thing is I have to figure out what time of the day that I want to put out the podcast. So if you want to comment, just let me know what time of the day would you rather me put the podcast out, whether it's in the morning or it's in the night, as well as what days of the week. I probably want to do it 2 days a week. Since it's not a long podcast, I might just want to do it 2 days a week. So let's get started. Let's get started, baby.
Go get him, Daddy.
I'm getting them, baby. I'm getting them. So now, I was having a conversation earlier with my friends about a video that I was sending out, and the video basically was a guy caught his girl in the car having sex. Both of them naked in the car. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit, about what would a person do in that moment, in that scenario. Well, there's a lot of mental health issues is going on around the world. We all heard about the dude that was going through it with his ex-wife and his new current girlfriend, and he ended up killing her, and he went to the ex-wife house and killed her too. There's a lot of sick people out there, especially in our community, that don't get in touch with themselves, that they don't think outside of themselves. Like I know our community raised us to be strong and to brush everything off our shoulders and to just basically like move forward and without dealing with the issues or the traumas that we deal with through our life, and we just got to do better in that aspect of our lives. So the dude found his girl having sex in the car, and he just basically was asking her, "Yo, why you cheating on me? Why you doing this? Why you doing that?" I'm not sure like how people want to handle the things, but at that point it's already over. Like you're never gonna get that in back of your mind. You're never gonna get it out of the back of your mind. You're always gonna remember that, and basically your relationship is basically over after, especially seeing it. It's one thing to hear about it. It's one thing to basically just think somebody's telling you about it, but it's another thing to really actually see it. So once you see it live, like that's never gonna come out of your head. It led me to think about a situation that happened in 2014 with one of my neighbors that I grew up around. I don't know him too well. I know him, but I don't know him too well. A neighbor that I grew up around. What happened was his girl went to work, and he basically, she said she was going to work. I don't know how he got to her, but he basically followed her wherever she was at. Maybe he had her phone ping or whatever, and he knew exactly where she was at, and he stabbed her to death and stabbed the dude too while they was in the car having sex. And I guess the dude ran away while he was stabbed up, and he ended up killing her, throwing her in the trunk. And after that, he followed the dude to some apartment building. I don't know if it was his building or not, and basically killed him. So it was a crime of passion. So he was actually married to her. So regardless if you married, with somebody, dating somebody, love somebody, well, my mindset is different. I can't speak for anybody else, and I can't speak for people that's already in that situation. I know the situations that I was in and how I handle it. Like I'm a realist, and I look at things a certain way in life. And to be honest with you, I just think everybody's gonna do them at one point or the other. So it probably helps me to cope with a lot of things in life because I feel like somebody gonna do it anyway. If you don't, if you build that trust with me, especially over time, it's a great thing. But I just always feel like a person's gonna do them, and it's not good to think about what your significant other is doing every single moment of the day. And if somebody leaves you to feel that way, your relationship is almost never going to work out because you don't have to have insecurities, or you don't have to be jealous for somebody to make you feel a certain way. Um, their action can make you feel a certain way and bring out certain insecurities that's in you. Like I've dated girls that I never thought about. I never thought about what they doing. I never thought about who they with. I never thought about nothing. And I dated some girl that like just basically do questionable shit. Like, yo, what the fuck? Like, yo, So it's just a lot of times it's just what the person is doing. And if you with dating a person or you with somebody, just let them know how they're making you feel. If they change, then you good. If they don't, then I suggest that you take yourself away from that situation or that relationship. Um, I remember dating this girl, and I think like the first time I could say I really got cheated on was this girl that I used to like. I'm talking about like from I was a kid, and we started dating, and then all of a sudden, I remember it was a crazy situation. I was mad corny, right? I was a kid, and I was going to church and stuff like that. I was probably like in the teens, right? I was going to church and stuff like that, and she used to cut school and come to my house, her and her group of friends, and it was mad corny at that time. And once you like, if you ever been a church going person, especially like you mad religious, and then you just in the presence of God, and you just like, oh, hallelujah, praise the Lord, like, yo, I was into the church at that time. I was mad young, and and when you young and you think about certain things, it scares you. So I was so scared of hell. I was thinking about everything. I'm talking about this girl used to cut school, come to my house. I was in an angel, but I was like scared of the Most High. And this girl came to my house and stuff like that. And she probably cheated on me because of that. So was in my house, and then we like all of my other friends was in another room, whatever, and I chose the bathroom, right? So me and her is in the bathroom, we chilling, whatever. After we chilling, and she just whipped me out, right? She ripped my pants off, whipped me out, right? And then she was like, and I'm like, oh no, don't do that. I'm like, don't do that. Yo, I was mad corny. Yo, I was just like, don't do that, don't do that. And she's like, why? She was mad advanced. And I found out even more how advanced she was later. And I was like, and she was just like, why? And I was just like, nah, I don't want to, whatever. Because I was thinking, back in my mind, I'm thinking church, whatever. And so, come to find out, like she used to hang around my neighborhood, whatever. She didn't live over here, but she was hanging around my neighborhood and stuff like that. And then one of my big homies took her down. I was just like, what? And yeah, she was, yo, one of my big homies took her down. And I was hurt. Because I was in my teen. I don't even think I was 16. But I was hurt. Like, damn, what the hell? And then, that was my first time getting cheated on. My second time getting cheated on, I was dating this girl, hard body karate. Like we was together, having fun, chilling, going out places, doing everything. And I lived on my own, like young, like 17. My mom kicked me out. I went and go live with my sister. That's another story. And so so I was dating this girl. She used to sleep over my house, like, and only go home like on the weekends, right? Go home, get her get whatever clothes she need or whatever, and see her parents, whatever. So we was doing that. Boom. So when me and the girl started dating, right? What happened is her boyfriend got locked up before we started dating. So she stopped talking to her boyfriend because he got locked up. And you know how some people are. You get locked up, I'm not staying by you. I'm not standing by you. I'm not waiting for you, whatever. So I guess, like years passed. We was talking for a minute. Years passed, and like I found something in her car. Like it was just like a prisoner receipt stuff. Like you want to go visit a prisoner. So I asked her, "What's up?" I said, "Yo, what's this and this and that and the third?" She was just telling him that she was just telling me that, oh, he's coming home, this and that and the third, whatever. So I said, all right, cool. But me and her relationship is on some high level shit. So I'm not even paying any attention because I trust her and I'm always with her, whatever. So you know how dudes are in jail. They don't got nobody to talk to. They don't got that much people to see, et cetera, et cetera. So they're gonna call whoever, cause I be in the jail and then dudes call like 30 different girls and whoever stick by them is the person that stick by them, and you'll find out when the person get out of jail and see how they really feel about you. So boom, and the she started acting funny. Your behavior changed. So now instead of her staying by my house like every day during the week, whatever, we used to wake up. She used to bring me to work, and after I leave work, and then I would catch her. I would catch her. I would go get her from school. This and that. We had a lovely relationship, and then it was just like she was just started moving funny. So I said to her, I said, "Yo, I noticed that you've been home a lot more." And I think it was around the time that her ex boyfriend was coming home or came home. So I was like, yo, if you keep being around, he's gonna, and y'all never broke up because y'all fell off or y'all fell out. Y'all broke up because you just was like you're not with it. So now the love never left. It was just like, yo, you just said I'm not gonna deal with this. And so being around him is gonna bring back some of these feelings. So with that being said, now she was coming around me less and less and less. And I said, yo, y'all gonna end up being together. So one day I'm at work, like 2 o'clock in the morning, whatever. She calls me. She was like, yo, she did something crazy. And I already knew what it was. And then I was just like, yo, just tell me. And then once she told me, I said, yo, you know what? You don't, everything that you got in my house, don't worry about it. I'm gonna just put it in a box. I'm either gonna ship it to you, ship it to your house. You won't ever gotta come to my house again. I'm gonna ship it to you, ship it to your house, or throw it in the garbage or whatever you want. And then that's how that relationship ended. But me and her, and that relationship with her and that ex didn't even last. So she gave up a long-term relationship for that bullshit. And to be honest with you, that was gonna be the first person I was gonna propose to. And what happened is I took that money and I bought a big ass chain with it. So I was just like I don't know what's wrong with me, but I wasn't really hurt whatever because I cut people off like crazy. Once I know you don't give a damn about me, it's easy for me to just say, yo, you know what? That's my reason. I don't care. You showed me that you don't care about me. I give a fuck less, right? So my third situation, I actually didn't get cheated on. I was the person getting cheated with. I met this girl, whatever, and she was crying when I first met her. We got together and we vibed out, whatever. And I just felt like I didn't. It wasn't me trying to talk to her. It was just me trying to deal with whatever, trying to stop her from crying, whatever she was going through at the moment, the day I met her. And that was basically it. So when that happened, I was just like, I got close to her. We exchanged numbers, and that's it. And then all of a sudden, like, she used to always tell me, yo, I don't like people popping up at my house. I never popped up at her house, though, but she made sure she was telling me that. Red flag, right? So she was like, I don't like people popping up at my house, this and that and the third, whatever. And then let me tell you something. If you like somebody, if you care about somebody, the things that they do, you're gonna love it. You're gonna like it. You're gonna cherish it. You're gonna look for good, positive ways to receive it. But if you dislike somebody or if you don't like them that much, man, listen. Everything they're gonna do is gonna annoy you. You just gonna hate it. Don't do that. Whatever. So one day, I don't know what happened, but on my way for home from work, my train used to stop by her house. So I stopped, got out the train, whatever. From this day till this day, she still don't know. Well, if she's watching this, and she's probably gonna know, because especially for the first part of the story, she knows that's how we met. So I stopped on her block, and then like I was on the corner, and I could see her house from the corner. Her house wasn't too far from the corner, so as I'm turning on the corner, I see her on like her porch or whatever, her stoop, the front of her house, holding hands with a dude. I'm like, huh? All right, cool. I stood by for a second, just in shock. Um, and then all of a sudden they holding hands walking down the steps, and I was just like, oh snap! And I was just like, wow, yo, I'm talking about this girl talking about. You know what I hate when, yo, people that say that they love you will do you the worst, yo. I'm talking about people that you even feel that loves you is the people that's gonna do you the worst, because it's like you expect more from them because they the one that's telling you they love you. They the one that's showing this passion and emotion for you, and then they doing that. So I never said nothing to her. Never said nothing to her. Never called. I never talked to her about it. Whatever. I just happened to find out that she was talking to somebody before me, and that's how the conversation ended up. We ended up talking about why she was crying, and it like even more like more detailed about it, and then it was just because of the person that she was dealing with, and that's how she ended up messing with me, and now yo they happily married and stuff like that. So you know what I'm saying, kudos to her, but it was crazy. But I never like it's a lot of things that happen. I just like brush it off my shoulders. I don't even get too deep into it. It is what it is. I can't, if this spills right now, I can't do nothing but clean it up, right? I can't do nothing to clean it up. So why am I gonna cry over something that I cannot get back, right? So I'm the type of person I'll just clean it up and go get me another cup or find me another drink, right? Instead of crying over something that already spilled, I have no use for my tears. Like it don't bother me because I can't control that. I can't deal with things that I can't worry. I can't dwell on stuff that I have no control over. So the only thing that in my life that really bothered me, honestly, is the fact when my grandmother passed away. When my grandmother passed away, it was hurtful. It was hard because that's the first person that ever dealt with that I ever was in my life that passed away that I cared about. And my grandmother was my mother. She's the one that raised me from birth until I was like 7, 8, and I came up here in America, and then she came a few years later, and that's the only person that I've known as my mother. I only met my mother when I was 7, 8 years old, and you know when you're a kid, whoever you call a mama for those years, that's your mama. Yeah, but it was a lot going on in my life. So and I like I said to my friends, I never let things like that bother me. You know what I'm saying? Especially like this day and age, I got kids and stuff like that. I'm not worrying about somebody like you do you. If we're married, I get a video, I get a picture, I get some evidence, and that's an easy divorce right there. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. If we don't have no connection or we don't have no ties, then what am I really too worried about? I could just let you go, because every single time that you have been hurt or you have been down, you came out of it. No matter what the situation was, you came out of every situation that hurt you or that brought you down or that made you feel a certain way. You came out of it. So why am I worrying about some another person when my life is here and I'm here, I'm breathing, I could get another one. You know what I'm saying? It's like I could change. I could deal with somebody else. And somebody else gonna make me happy. Somebody else gonna make me happier than you made me happy. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, we all would have had one love. We don't, because things happen. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's how I deal with life. I'm a realist, you know? That doesn't mean I don't get hurt. That don't mean I don't feel no type of way. But I get to, you know what I'm saying? I get to deal with stuff accordingly. Yeah, so that's basically it about that one. Um, yeah, so another thing I was having a conversation with my friends about is if guys and girls can be friends from the jump. Well, I don't think I'm gonna get into that because I'm already 20 minutes in. So I don't want to make this too long. But on the next show, I'm gonna talk about if guys and girls can be friends, right? And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you how, and I'm gonna tell you the reason they can be friends regardless of the situation. But other than that, my girl is only allowed to have three people in her life: the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Peace out. Love ya. Oh, 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 oh,
Go get him,
oh.
Daddy.
I'll see you next time.